Hey everyone, this is Nikita from Parcel Tracker, and today I'm going to show you guys how I'd set up my account for receptions and offices to streamline incoming deliveries, notify recipients automatically, and overall make life easier for everyone involved. By the end of this video, your scan and handover process should look something like this. Parcel arrives at the reception. I can scan parcels with my phone camera using the Parcel Tracker mobile app. From the End tab, we'll press Check-in, then hold the camera over the label and press and hold the button to pick up the name and the barcode. We can add tags, write notes, and assign the parcel a storage location. Parcel Tracker auto-extracts images of the parcel from the scan, but you can add additional photos if needed. I can do this for multiple parcels in a row. We can press save to add the parcel to our cart and continue scanning. This is the second parcel label. Again, we'll press and hold the button to pick up both the name and the barcode. If for any reason the app fails to do both, it'll pick up the name first and then prompt you to scan the barcode. Again, we can add tags, notes, and assign the parcel a storage location. You can also get additional photos if needed. Press save to add the parcel to your cart. Here's our last parcel label. Again, we'll press and hold the button to pick up the name and the barcode. We'll rescan the barcode since the app didn't pick it up at first. We'll add tags, can add notes, and assign the parcel a storage location. When you're done, press save. When you're done scanning parcels, open the cart in the lower right corner, and then press check-in. The parcels are now checked in, and the recipient will automatically receive a notification. When the recipient is ready to collect their parcel, they'll show me their QR code, and from there we'll go to the Out tab, press Checkout, first scan their QR code, and then scan the parcel that they're going to collect, or select it from the cart. We'll press Checkout. Optionally, I can add a signature and a photo of the recipient collecting the parcel. When I'm done, I click Complete Checkout. Alternatively, if you have an internal courier who can deliver parcels directly to the end recipient, you can go to the Checkout tab, and he can either scan the parcel or open the cart, press Checkout, and collect a signature to confirm delivery, and then complete the checkout. The first thing I'd want to do is to create a Parcel Tracker account, and to do that, we'll go to parceltracker.com and select Start for Free to create your free account. Before anything else, I want to show you guys how you can customize your account, and to do that, we'll go to Settings, and you'll be able to edit your company name, add your company logo, and even add your address if needed. To edit your company name, just enter the new one. And to add your logo, click on Upload Logo. Select the file from your device. You can crop the image. And when you're happy with the changes, click Save Changes. While we're here, there are some features that I want to enable, so let's go to Features under the Configurator. And I want to enable both batch parcel collection and additional parcel details. Only enable batch parcel collection if you have an internal courier who can deliver parcels directly to the end recipient. This internal courier will be able to sign out parcels through Parcel Tracker. Additional parcel details can be really helpful if you get a high intake of deliveries every day. When we scan in parcels through Parcel Tracker, this will allow us to assign tags, assign the parcel a storage location, and even get additional photos of the parcels so we know what it looks like. This also gives you a digital log which you can view at any time from the dashboard or from the app. Now that that's done, it's time to upload our recipient list, so let's go back to our dashboard and select Recipients. The reason why we want to upload a recipient list first is because Parcel Tracker will use this data to match parcels to the correct recipient and notify them at the same time. Parcel Tracker can now read labels for recipients who don't currently exist and will give you the option to create a new one. However, it's still best to start with the recipient list first so that you don't have to slow down to add a new recipient for each package you scan. I'll show you how to bulk upload recipients first, and to do that, we'll click on Import List. And you can either download a template which you can fill in, or you can select an existing file from your device. Here's what that template looks like. You'll see that there are some optional fields, but the most important ones you'll need would be the recipient's first name, their last name, their email. The reason why we need their email is because Parcel Tracker uses this as the primary notification platform. And finally, their location. In an office, this can be the recipient's department or room and their floor. Here's my sample recipient CSV list. You'll see that I have a mix of people from different departments in my office. And when it is ready, I can just download it as a CSV and then upload it to Parcel Tracker. When your CSV list is ready, we'll select Browse File, select the file from your device, tick this box that says you have permission to upload the data, and click Continue. Make sure that each column is mapped out to the correct property, and here's an example of when that didn't happen. In this example, unit which I used to define room numbers was not recognized as a location, so all I had to do was select the correct property, and in this case it would be the location. And when you're done, click Continue. Review the data. You can even make any last minute changes from here. And when you're done, click Continue. Then finally, confirm and upload the data. Parcel Tracker will show you if there were any errors during the process, if there were any duplicate recipients, or if any recipient data was updated from an old CSV list. So now let's view our recipients. And you'll see that they've all been added. Since ID and alias are empty, we can hide them. Just hover over the field, select this hamburger icon, and click Hide. Next, I'll show you how to upload recipients individually. So let's say that you have a new staff member who you want to onboard onto the Parcel Tracker system so they can start receiving parcels at the building, or you want to authorize someone to order supplies and equipment for the office. We'll click on Add Recipient, enter the necessary details, and when you're done, click Add and Create Another to add a new recipient, or Add to close the window. The next step would be to set up our scanning devices. Since Parcel Tracker is a mobile app, we can use a phone or a tablet. Apple or Android will both work, but for best performance, we recommend at least an iPhone SE or an Android with 6 GB of RAM and a 2.8 GHz processor. You can have a designated device for the building, or you can have staff download the app onto their personal phones. And if so, you can add them in as Mailroom Users. And to do that, we'll go back to Settings, click on Mailroom Users, and then click Invite User. Enter the necessary details. You can even select their permission access. If you just want this person to be able to scan in and scan out parcels, then just invite them as normal. But if you want them to have more control over the features or the site, then invite them as admin. And when you're done, press Send. This person will receive an invite to become a user on your account. The next thing I'd want to do is to set up my tags, so let's go to Tags under Configurator. You'll see that Parcel Tracker already has some default tags, but you can add more as needed. For an office use case, you can use more general tags like Fragile. You can also use department tags like Marketing, Accounting, IT. Really anything that can help you organize the parcels when they arrive. So to add a tag, click on Add Tag, enter the name, and you can even select a custom color so that's easier to see. The next step would be to add our storage locations. Let's go to Storage Locations. As mentioned prior, when you scan in a parcel through Parcel Tracker, you'll be able to assign it a storage location. This can look different depending on your building's workflow. Some offices might have 2 storage rooms or 2 package rooms, 1 package room in each floor, but in most cases, buildings usually have 1 package room for the entire building. And if this is the case for you, then you can use Parcel Tracker to really narrow it down to each shelf, each aisle, each row, each locker if you use lockers. That way parcels are easier to locate when the recipient is ready to collect, and you can prevent parcels from going missing. So to add a location, just click on Add Location, enter the name, and then you can click Save and Add Another to add a new one, or Save to close the window. Finally, let's set up our notifications. So let's go to inbound notifications at the bottom. You'll see a table of all your active notifications from its name, the type of notification, and which channels is active in. Again, when you scan in a parcel through Parcel Tracker, the recipient will automatically receive a notification telling them to collect their parcel. When a recipient collects a parcel, they'll also receive a confirmation email. Through the web platform, you can customize the contents of these emails, and you can also set reminders and even schedule notifications. First, I'll show you how to add your branding to a notification. Let's click on Global Style, and you can upload your company logo. You can also set the size of the logo. And you can even customize the background and accent colors to match your branding. And when you're happy with the changes, click Update. This style will now be applied to all of your notifications. Next, let's look at customizing your notifications, but first I want to show you guys the 4 types of notifications that Parcel Tracker has. Check-in and check-out notifications are on by default. A check-in or delivery notification is what the recipient would receive when the parcel is first scanned in, and it will tell them to collect the parcel. A checkout or collection notification is a confirmation email telling the recipient that they've successfully collected their parcel. Reminders can be set so that recipients pick up their parcels in a more timely manner, and you can also enable welcome invites for recipients who have recently been added to your directory. Now let's edit one of our default templates. Hover over the template you want to edit and then click Open. On the right, you'll see a preview of the notification, and on the left, you'll be able to adjust the messaging. You'll be able to enter a new template name, enter a completely new message, and you can even add or delete any of these variables. You can also enable advanced parcel details, and this will show the recipient things like notes, who the courier was, and when the delivery arrived. And when you're happy with the changes, click Submit. This will update your template. Now let's try creating a new template. Select Create Template. Let's say that you want to create a reminder. Again, you'll be able to edit any of these fields, and for reminders, you can actually also set a reminder delay and a maximum number of reminders. And when you're happy with the changes, click Submit. You'll have successfully created the template, but it's not actually assigned to your site yet. That means it's not active. So let's assign it and click on Assign Template. Select the template. And now it's active. Next, I want to show you some additional actions that you can do with notifications. So hover over the one that you want to edit and then click on these 3 dots. And as you can see, you'll be able to schedule, duplicate, remove, and even delete the notification if needed. Let's try scheduling notifications. So click on Schedule. Scheduling can be done if you need a buffer between scanning in parcels and then notifying the recipients. This is helpful if, for example, you get a high intake of deliveries every day and need all parcels to be scanned in before you can start facilitating collections. To schedule notifications, click Enable, and then set your delay, and then click Update. Now that everything is done, we're finally ready to start scanning in some parcels. You're now looking at my phone screen, and I first want to show you where you can find Parcel Tracker on the iOS App Store or the Google Play Store. So whichever one you're on, go to Search, look for Parcel Tracker, select Parcel Tracker Mailroom, and this is the app that you want to download. Once that's done, just sign in with your account details and you'll be able to start scanning. Here's what the app looks like. Before we start scanning, I want to show you guys these 4 tabs. The first one is In, which is what we use to scan in parcels. Out to sign out parcels. Manage to manage parcels, recipients, and users. And settings to access our live chat support, our online knowledge base, and configure the features and scanning mode. I've moved my phone screen a bit to the right so that I can show you guys a flowchart of where parcels are currently at in your workflow. I have some sample labels here. We'll say that parcels have arrived to your reception, so the reception team will press check-in, hold the camera over the label, and then press and hold the button to pick up the name and the barcode. Since we enabled additional parcel details earlier, we'll be able to assign the parcel tags, assign a storage location. Parcel Tracker auto extracts images upon the scan-in, but you can add additional photos if needed. Especially for bigger parcels, you can take a wider photo just so you know what it looks like. Press on the image. You can either take a photo or select one from your gallery. Let's take a photo as normal. And when you're done, press save. This adds the parcel to your cart and you can continue scanning. You can scan multiple parcels in a row. Here's my second parcel label. Again, we'll press and hold the button to pick up the name. If for any reason the app fails to do both, it'll pick up the name first and then prompt you to scan the barcode or add a manual one. We'll try rescanning the barcode. And again, we can assign tags, assign a storage location, and get an additional photo of the parcel. Press save to add it to your cart and continue scanning. You can also add parcel information manually if needed. This can be helpful if for any reason that the label isn't scannable, like if it's covered in stickers, or if somehow the wrong name is on the label. We'll press select recipient, look for the recipient, and then if the parcel has a barcode, then you can scan it, but if it doesn't, click on this pen icon. You can add a manual identifier or press the dice to create a randomly generated one. We recommend marking this identifier on the parcel, and when you're done, press the check mark. And then again, we'll be able to assign tags, assign the parcel storage location, and get a photo of the parcel. And when you're done, press save. Now that we're done scanning, we'll open the cart. You'll see a preview of all the parcels you've checked in. If you want to edit any parcel information, then you can swipe left, and you can also delete a parcel if needed. And when you're done, press check-in. These parcels will now be signed in. Now let's say that you have an internal courier who can deliver parcels directly to the end recipient. This internal courier will go to the Out tab, select Checkout, and he can either scan the parcel label, or you can select them from the cart. But for now, we'll just sign out this one parcel. And when he's done, he'll press Checkout, and then he can get a signature to confirm delivery. He can also add notes about the collection, or he can add a photo of the person he's delivering the parcel to. And when he's done, he can press Complete Checkout. Next, I'll show you how to sign out parcels if recipients are collecting from a designated collection point. Again, they'll have received a QR code in their email, which they'll use to collect the parcel. All they have to do is present this to staff, and then collection staff will press on Checkout. First, scan their QR code, and then they can scan the label of the parcel the recipient is going to collect, or they can select them from the cart, and then proceed to checkout. Since a QR code was used, you don't need to get a signature, but you can still add one if needed. And you can also add notes and a photo of the person collecting the parcel. And when you're done, press Complete Checkout. This will sign out those parcels. Another way to sign out parcels is through the dashboard. So from your dashboard, click on Parcels. Select the parcel you want to sign out. And then press Checkout Parcel. Again, you can add notes and get a signature to confirm delivery. Click Collect, and the parcel is now signed out. I want to show you guys one more tab that I think you'll find really helpful, and that's our statistics. So let's go to Statistics. You'll see information like your peak check-in and checkout times, your top couriers, and also your average parcel turnaround time. Since this is a new account, we don't have a lot of data here yet, but I'll show you guys what it looks like once you've spent enough time with the software. Now I want to share how you can use this information to plan for peak periods. Let's say that your peak check-in times are between the hours of 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. With this information, you can allocate more resources such as extra helping hands, parcel trolleys to accommodate the peak period, or I can even perform a parcel audit to make sure that there's enough space in my storage room for all the incoming parcels. As for average turnaround times, if you see the parcels have been sitting in storage areas for too long, you can set up reminders to make sure that recipients pick up their deliveries in a more timely manner, or hire another internal courier to make sure the parcels are being delivered on time. And that concludes our tutorial. Please let us know if you found this video helpful, which features you like best, and which features you want to see us add in the future. Subscribe to stay up to date, and you can find our sign-up link in the description below. See you next time.